Alright. Micro Mages. It's new, it's for the NES, and I'm really eager to give this a playthrough. Thanks for the good luck, Link7777. So I only get to play as one mage, because there's just one of me. But I gave this a brief try the other day, or was it yesterday? I don't know, time moves so quickly. So you can't fall off the bottom. But it is kind of forgivingly slow to rise up. So you can hang on walls and you can charge up your weapon for a more powerful shot. There's a checkpoint. There's a fairy. Fairy gives you an extra hit. It'd be really fun to try this as 4-player though. I don't even have a 4-player adapter for my NES, but I guess I could do it. Well, I'm playing it on an emulator anyway right now, so I can find 4 joysticks, I'm sure I can do it. Oh, okay, that makes it easier. I can hold right to hang on the wall, and it still shoots to the left. Gotta be careful about the floor now, though. Ooh, double fairy. Can't use it. I know if you play multiplayer, the fairies have an extra thing where if you release it, players that have died can touch the fairy. They stay in the game as a ghost, I think. And they can come back in. That's the first level. And now we got trampolines. Hello XYZ, what's correct? That this is a cool new game for the NES? Oh, now I got the feather, which means I can hang in the air. Oh, bats. When I play on stream, I have kind of a small viewing window, so it makes this game a little bit hard to see since everything's so small. If I was playing on my TV, some things would be a little easier to pick out. Ah! Like these bats. Oh no. Oh wait, there's trampolines. I was wondering how I was gonna get out of here. That's the ghost taken care of. Ooh, another bat. Oh yes, the victory dance. Hi there, Electric Heat. Yeah, this one explodes into bones. Yep, I can just dance. But the floor is coming up, so I don't know if I want to dance all the time. Ah! It is this game, Koitsu. Oh, there's a checkpoint. These bones seem tricky. Ah, don't scroll off my treasure chest. Oh, it's just a diamond. I was hoping for a fairy. Sometimes you get lucky with these, oh! There we go. The little boxes. Oh. Do a little spin towards the boss. It's sucking me up. Oh, I missed. Ooh. I was afraid that was gonna... Whoa! I'll watch out for the suck. Stand under here this time. Oh, I got it. Seems like the start of the level waits for you to... Oh, it's a fairy rather than a feather. Okay, I can't jump through that. That's interesting. I can... Okay. It's a tricky jump. Yeah, I can climb through the paneled floor, but not the solid floor. Hmm. Oh. Well, that's fun. Little jumping goblins. Can't go down every pipe. You can some. Oh, I've got a fairy. Oh. Oh, it disappeared. So there's a really neat making of video that they made for the Kickstarter campaign. And one of the things it talks about is they had this symmetrical constraint to all their level design, every like horizontal span of the level is symmetrical, but wait, why can't I go up there? Every horizontal span is symmetrical, but the axis moves. So right now the symmetry is like over here. A lot of times it's in the middle of the screen. How do I get up there? Oh, there we go. Ah! It's a good thing this is in the post-scroll part of the level, or I'd have a lot of trouble here. I should stop holding the button. I think that's making it harder for me. Jump back in. Okay. There we go. Ah, it's another fairy. Yeah, it's a really beautiful game. Ooh, there's a heart. One up. Oh, I want that feather. There we go. Now I guess I'm fully stocked. What happens if I already have the feather? No, I can't pick it up. Does that make sense? For multiplayer, you don't want to pick up someone else's item. Yes, it's the Bubble Goat. Not to be confused with Bubble Ghost, I guess. I seem to be on a pirate ship. Can I get in there? Oh, that looks... How am I supposed to jump in there? I can see that this is not solid, but I don't know how to get up that high. Maybe if it was two-player, I could stand on someone's head. I suppose it could be a regular ship. But there's all the skeletons with crossed bones. Or maybe they're uncrossed bones. Ah! Oh no, I lost my fairy too. And this is just a A useless orb. Oh, I have limited range. Wait, it's solid? Hmm. Ah. Orb. This is a hard jump to make. Oh! Whoa! I guess because I had a fairy, it bumped me through the floor. It's... Oh, wow, I just got zapped. Well, that was a nice roll. Ooh. Ah. Oh, there's a beer. What? Oh, I couldn't get the beer. So was that beer a secret for going down the pipe? Oh, there's a feather. That's good. What? Oh. That's a snake. A red snake. I feel like there should be a way to punch all these bats. Is that snake gonna come down on me? Guess I could have used the feather to get across that faster. Oh, these bones. Bones seem tricky. Whoa! I'm sure I'll need that one up. Aha! Fairy in a box. Oh! Okay, drop through blocks. Which ones of these are solid? Not that one. Hi there, White Hat. Welcome to Micro Mages, Tower 3-2. Oh. This is sort of like the opposite path of the goat's bubble. A bit faster. These bones are tricky. One shard shot is not enough. Sometimes when I land on the ground, there's a little kind of bounce that happens. What are these? Probably shouldn't go up there. I'll probably get stuck. Ah! Oop. I thought I still had my feather. I was trying to jump across the exit there to get to the... There was a chest on the other side. Oh well, probably get it back here. Whoa! Why did I slide off that platform? That felt weird. The scrolling goes faster if you move up, but otherwise it's quite... Like if I just stand here, this is how fast it is. I think it's at different speeds and different levels actually. I'm not quite sure about that, but basically it's slower if you're not moving. It will wait for you to some extent. I want to leave this skeleton alone. Can't quite hit that demon. Ah, feather. Very good. Oh, I guess I'm about to hit the third boss. Ah! Didn't think that's where that was gonna land. Okay. So it's a knight. Oh, there's a bat. Ah, it's a tough bat. Oh, disappeared. Can I touch it? I can touch it. Ah, there we go. But the bat will keep coming. Ah! 3, 6, 4, 5. Leaves me with a lot of stuff to collect here before the boss. That's pretty nice. I was hoping for... Oh! Whoa! Well, that went poorly. Or if the one-ups are based on enemies destroyed. Okay. It's a fairy. So, I guess if I fall far enough, there's a little bounce when you land. Here we go. I was wondering if I could attack the staff. Looks like that armor is weakening. Now, is there a secret thing to collect in this one? Like that beer? Didn't see anything. 7641. I need to pause for just a moment. I'll be back very short. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. So this is Tower 4. This might be the last tower, or there might be more. I'm not quite sure. Ooh. These are fans. Ah, good. I got the feather. Well, these bones are worrisome. That, oh, I can't touch the fan. Well, that's a problem. Ah. This is a tough spot. Okay, there we go. When I was playing this a little bit yesterday, I didn't realize that... Oh, wow, all the fans. You could hold against a wall and press shoot, and it won't shoot into the wall. It'll automatically... Like here I'm holding left and it shoots right, which is very critical for getting shots off of a wall. Very helpful, but I didn't realize I could do that at first. Okay, is this fan gonna push me down too far? Nope. Ah, did I just touch it? No, that was the jump sound. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That password's the same as the one for 4.1. I guess the passwords are for the whole tower, not for the individual levels. Ah, good. The feather is really, what's the word? If I forget that I have it, or I forget that I don't have it, and like try to use it. Oh. It, will result in an immediate error. Skull. Oh no! Wow, that sound is very PC speaker. Can I stop it? Oh, good. Ah! Oh. Hmm. Lost both my feather and fairy, kinda in pursuit of that treasure chest. Alright. Four, 3. So I don't know if this is the last level or not. The other thing about the scrolling is it doesn't really start until you begin the level, so you can wait at the bottom if you need to. I wonder if there's an advantage, like, if things are triggered by score at all, or... Oh! I don't think I can accelerate the respawn screen. Like, if I collect all these diamonds, will I find a fairy faster? It's a bit tricky. Oh, it's my last life. Oh, not anymore. Hi there, egg boy. Color. Oh. Oh man, it's really hard not to touch that one. Oh, and now this skull. Ah. Oh, if you fall from too far, you bounce back up. Just my undoing here. Shooting the skull is a bad idea. I see your punishment for not dealing with the ghost. It's climbing that right side. Oh, it's game over. But I can continue. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta do this tower again. No, let me, Okay. Still don't have a fairy. Ah! Alright. Tower 4-2 again. I think these are positioned just so you can't get them without triggering the start of the level. It's funny, with the symmetry thing, I want to be able to wrap from left to right, but this game does not do that. Ah, the fans are the worst. Chicken of the farm. That was an interesting one. Oh no. Oh, good, a feather. It's sort of like the skull monster in Bubble Bobble that comes after you when you spend too much time on a level. That one feels a lot like that to me. Okay, well this part will be a lot easier with the flying power, for sure. Oh wait, I can't go up that side. Alright, Tower 4 boss time. What's it gonna be here? Bats! Bat invaders! Well, this is neat. Better get some of these low bats. Oh, they just seem to be wiping themselves out. Was that it? That seemed anticlimactic. Oh, Tower 4-4. Beluga? What does that mean? Oh no, these skulls. I'm done for. The name of who's... Wait, what? Beluga? I didn't realize you were on Twitch with a different name. Oh, you mean my username is Sakana Cow? Oh, that's what you're saying. Beluga, the name of the white ghost whale blob thing. Yeah, I don't really quite recall all the names of the stuff in Bubble Bobble. Ooh, extra life. Definitely need it. Definitely need it real bad. But this skull's in the way. Nope. Oh no. Ah! The game seems to... Every once in a while I just slide to the left unexpectedly. It's happened a few times now and I'm starting to think it's not me. Ah! Wow, this is tough. Game over. So, where am I continuing from? Yeah. I understood Link 777. I was confused by the Beluga comment. I thought it was related, but then it wasn't. I thought someone's name was Beluga or something. But that was just Bubble Bobble related. There were so many ports of Bubble Bobble, and I think there's like conflicting... Like there will be the Japanese names for things, and then there will be the names in... Oh, there's a checkpoint right there. That's weird. Names for it in different markets. And it never had like a credits name of everything as far as I remember. At least not in versions I played, I don't think. This one area is quite a room to get through. Ah! Okay. Okay, Tower 401 doesn't seem bad anymore, I guess. God, very. Almost got lightninged. Ah! Its skull is a menace. Alright. Hi there, Winterbit. Oh, I already had a fairy. Well then. I think the skulls haven't directly gotten me too many times, but in combination with fans and stuff, it can get pretty bad. All right. Ah, the feather. Okay, well that's good. I still haven't gotten through that spot without the feather. How much damage does it take? Seems like about 5 charge shots. Okay. Spare feather. I do enjoy Bubble Goat. I was hoping I could get them all this time. Not quite. Did get an extra life out of it, though. I'm gonna take a save state just in case. Okay, so I can touch the lightning emitters, but I can't touch the fans. Well, that was a lot easier this time. Alright, what do we have in store? A giant eyeball! Oh, wow. Starts right in with the... Oh. Right there, I just moved to the left kind of weirdly again. Alright. Well, that was the 4-4 tower boss. This room is a time machine devised by Illuminator. Go ahead, challenge hard mode. 1-1 skull. Well, tables have turned. I guess I'll see how far I can get on this, but then I'll... Now that I've, I guess, beaten the game. I'm maybe gonna stop streaming when that's done. Is this the same as the first level, but just with new stuff in it? I don't remember it well enough. Oh wait, these guys never threw bones before. That's for sure. Left path or right path? I'm gonna go left path. Don't want to touch those bubbles. Morphcat did it, yes. Hi, Vigray or Vigray. Well, I'm using an emulator, so it's just I'm using. There's a website that will show your controller inputs. Hang on, let me check. It's gamepadviewer.com, so that's what I'm using. So it's not like a weird setup with my actual NES or anything like that. This is just an emulator. FCUX to be specific. I don't usually stream directly from my NES hardware just because it's more work to set up and there's some, what's the word? I don't know, just a bunch of weird requirements that it adds. But I do sometimes, like especially if I want to speedrun something, then hardware is kind of a good idea. Just for authenticity's sake. but I'm not much of a speedrunner. This is definitely the kind of game that will make you late for work. I would agree with that. Hi there, Kyla, aka Cole1Kill? Colonel1Kill? How do I get to that lower one? Oh, I see. Where do I go? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Where's... Oh, that's what I'm missing. Wow, that's a... So many bats. There must be a way to reach that treasure chest. Might be out of reach now, though. So happy that someone else did this, so you don't have to put in the massive amount of work. I feel that way about most of my game ideas, because I have way more ideas than I'll ever have time to execute. So if somebody else does an idea of mine well, then I love crossing it off the list. Wow. Hi there, Cambertion. I had a lot of game ideas, but when I was younger, but very little idea about how to make them worthwhile or how to make them good. But it is what made me learn how to do game development stuff. Like, I wanted to make stuff of my own, and whoa! Everything here has certainly been taken up a notch. Where's the secret thing? I want all the secret items now. Should write down that password. 2, 1, skull. How do you draw skulls quickly? So this is a different color than it was before. I feel like these are just completely different levels. I'm not... And now there's ice here? Like I slide. Yeah, I think like one of the games that made me want to make games was Final Fantasy II, or Final Fantasy IV as it's now known, I guess. So I wanted to make like JRPG style games for a long time, and I had all these story ideas, but like when I look back on like what I wrote then, you know, I don't feel like any of it's worth doing now. But also, like, a lot of ideas, they're not that good by themselves. Like, it's not just, you don't just need a good idea, you need a good idea, and then you need to implement that good idea well, and have all the things that need to support it in place. And that's much harder. That's a lot more... Like, usually the ideas come pretty fast. And a while ago I just started, like, writing down any ideas that I thought were cool for, like, almost anything game-related. And I have a big, long list now. And many of them could apply to many games, so it might just be a thing I put into a game if an opportunity to fit that thing comes up in it. And many of them, I mean, they could just as easily be terrible to play if I implemented the same idea in a poor way. Really hope games like this and Lizard raise the bar for what happens in NES Homebrew. I feel like NES Maker, people are a little bit divided on that within the homebrew community, but I'm really positive about just a big influx of new people making stuff. That will probably inspire people to make better stuff, whether or not it's made with NES Maker. I wholeheartedly just want to see more people using the platform. I think it's a good platform. It's a fun system with a lot of interesting potential. But I know a lot of people think with NES Maker that it's gonna flood NES Homebrew with a bunch of junk or something, but I don't know. I don't feel that way. I feel that NES Maker is a good thing. Yeah, it's not a set of tools that I need. Like, I have what I need to make NES games, and I'll continue to do things my way, but I'm glad it exists. And I hope it brings new people into the scene. And NES, like, I think kind of uniquely just has always been around. There've been some really good posts by Frank Cifaldi about this, but that ghost is very trickily placed. But just there's been like clone systems running like weird hacky games, or like games you wouldn't even think about actually being an NES ROM, but it'll be like some, you know, like little plastic machine that plays a card game, and it turns out it's actually an NES on a chip inside, because they've been cheap to produce for a long time. And wow, this goat. So there've been a surprisingly large amount of actual unlicensed NES games, like post the official era, that kind of went under the radar. And probably most of them aren't worth playing, but nonetheless, it's a platform that survives and has always been active, which I don't think you can say about any other retro platform. Oh yeah, XYZ. I did like Aulia quite a bit. So it's hard to play this game on the on hard mode and also read chat. But super jumps. What's a super jump? Did I miss something in the manual? So how do you do a super jump? I am a read the manual kind of person, so like I do almost always do that when starting a game, especially an NES game, but yeah, I guess if they're charge shot downward. But how does that make a super jump? I know that you can shoot down and it'll make you bounce, but that doesn't make me jump very high. So many goats. Oh, right. Oh, you're saying like releasing the shot makes you jump up, not hitting the ground below you, so I get it. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so the brewery is frozen over, maybe? Ooh! This lightning's coming fast and heavy here. I still don't know if you have higher DPS if you charge or not. Probably not, but... Okay, let's get the beer this time. So that's... To the leftmost 8 pixels of the screen show? Yeah, a sprite does show at x equals 0, but are you talking about in NES development? Because you can turn that on and off. The leftmost 8 column, you can hide sprites and you can hide the backgrounds. It's mainly for... Well, it's for hiding both, because you can't have a sprite half on the screen otherwise on the left, and you can't have like a tile. The background tiles don't have that problem, but it's kind of nice to be consistent with the sprites. So yeah, you can hide the left column. I think Sega Master System had that same feature of kind of hiding rendering on the one side. Yeah, however, y equals 0 for sprites. Sprites render one line down to begin with, so its top pixel will be on line 1, but you can't see lines 0 to 8 in most emulators, and usually won't see those lines on NTSC devices anyway. So sprite y equals 0 is almost hidden. It's not hidden on PAL, and you'll probably see one line of it on an NTSC emulator, and on an NTSC TV you might see 1 or 2 lines or no lines, depending on how much the TV actually shows. Kind of varies how much they display at the top, but it's usually about 8 lines cut off. It's definitely a thing you have to account for. Like, once I had meta sprites, though, I tend to bake the -1 just into the meta sprite. Like, especially if you have a tool for building them, then the tool can just put -1 on them and you don't have to think about it, but it is something you have to be aware of. Ooh. Wow, I'm finally fully powered up for the first time in this run. Oh, right. The holes in the floor. I seem to be doing pretty well on hard mode here. Still got 3 lives on Tower 3 too. Yeah, I feel emulators... honestly, I feel the default should be to initialize memory to a consistent state. Just because with an emulator you want consistent behavior, you don't want to reset the game 5 times and different things happen. Even though that's kind of realistic, but for a debugging emulator like Mason or something, you definitely want... There's a huge advantage to randomizing every time. Oh. Just trying to think of what I'm saying and trying to go for that heart, but realizing I can't. And then just... Oh. But, yeah, FCUX now has a random memory initialize option that I put in. So I normally have that on. And, but it's not default, and it will never be default, but I don't think it should be either. And Mason has the option, and Nintendulator DX, which I think is the Fox's port of Nintendulator. Not port, fork. That, I believe, has a random memory initialize. I'm not even sure if it's an option in that version. Oh, it's another fairy. No! Well. FCUX... I'm pretty sure it's an option right now. If it's not, then it's in the interim build. I'm not sure when it happened. Because FCUX tends to go like a couple years between new versions. But on the GitHub, there is a AppFair build, so you can definitely get the latest, and it would be in that for sure. Actually, I think it's not in the latest release now that I think about it, because there was... After I put it in, we realized it would break recorded playback files, which I ran into when somebody who, you know, is a developer and likes to have that random option on, but also recorded a playback video of Lizard, and then sent it to me. I start it and can't play it back because I don't have the random seed. because the random seed will use the previous memory initialist memory state if it's there. Whew. Yeah, it's definitely not that hard to implement, but you need to think about it and understand it as a need before it happens. And I think for the base use case, like it's only something developers would want, really, or people who are really looking for something specific out of their emulator. Oh! Thought I'd be safe there. Whoa, I got hit twice. Well. So we got a spare fairy out of that. A fair sperry. I don't know what the status is. Oh, I don't know where to stand for this guy. I don't know what the status is for Famicom cartridges. I've made art assets for it. Someone was working on a Japanese translation, but that's not done yet. So I don't know if Infinite NES Lives wants to wait for that translation to be done, which has no estimated time of arrival, or if there's been some other delay with that. But basically it's kind of out of my hands. Like, he has what he needs to make one, I think, but I don't know if he has the boards or what. Is it worth trying to go over there to see if there's a feather? I don't want to risk it. What was this boss again? Is this the knight? Oh, this is gonna be hard, whatever it is. We're gonna have 2 bats. Lots more knives. Okay. Too many knives. Ah. Hi there, Mitch 3A. Yeah, so I don't know if there's something holding up Famicom cartridges for Lizard, but it's basically ready to go as far as I know. But I haven't talked to him about it in a while. Did he release Famicom cartridges of anything else yet? Did that Mojang Twins release? Did I forget to pick up anything here before I went to that? Okay, that's a lucky roll. Yeah, well, I'd like a Famicom cartridge too. Should maybe send an email to the person who was working on a Japanese translation, because that might be nearing completion too. I have a feeling that Infinite NES Lives was expecting that to happen sooner, so he was just waiting for me to tell him that that was done, but But yeah, it's that the translation's not done yet, and I don't know. I don't know if a single person has even ordered a translated version of Blizzard at this point, but I mean, I did make translated versions, and some people I know have played it, the PC version, in translated form, for sure. Cartridges of the randomizer would be... Oh no, there's a second... There's another form. How many bats does it have? Wow, 2556. So the randomizer relies on directly patching the source data. So I don't know how that would be feasible on a cartridge. Like I could make one seed on a cartridge. So I don't know. There's no plan for that really. And the game is kind of hard to patch because there's so little room left over in all the banks. Like the translation patches basically take up all the remaining room, and even the randomizer patch is not compatible with the translation patches because it has to take up the same room. But yeah, I don't think there's really enough a way to do the randomizer unless I I could build the random table in RAM. There is RAM free in Lizard, but so I think there'd be enough space to actually store the randomized state, but like I'd have to have all the code for the generator itself in there too, and some things that aren't modifying any code right now would need to have special code added to look it up from the randomized state instead. So I don't think that'd really fit in a ROM version that could randomize itself, but I mean, you can randomize a bunch of patches and put them on a power pack or whatever. I think that's really what it's got to be. So what tower is this? Is this tower 4? Whoa! There's a goat out there. Or not a goat, I don't think the checkpoint will matter because this is my last life. Randomized races are often done on hardware, just not just flashcart. Ah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people play randomizer races on flashcard, but generally emulators are pretty accepted for that kind of thing. But even like speedruns of Lizard, people are pretty accepting of emulator being used instead of the real cartridge anyway. Like the world record holder, he doesn't have a Nintendo. But at worst, like, the difference between emulated and the real thing is usually not very far off. I mean, the emulator ideally should be perfect emulation, but the one thing that tends to be different is like 60 hertz versus like 59.9 or 60.02 hertz, I think, is the NES actual frequency, to a few more digits of accuracy. Not that the hardware is completely accurate in its timer anyway, like it drifts a little bit, but yeah, it's like 0.02 over 60 faster, which I think amounts to like a second over 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. So it's small, but it's non-zero, but runs aren't close enough that matters. Like, people aren't fighting for the last second. So if it was a game like Super Mario Brothers, where there's so many speedrunners, and the world record times are, you know, within a second of each other, then it matters. Then it'd be only hardware, but I think for the most part, people are okay with emulators. And randomizer races tend to be... Oh! I'm trying to figure out how to get up here. What? There we go. That was a bit teasy. So what's going on with this exit here? Okay, there we go. I feel like it's worth checking out what's up here, though. No ferry. Anyhow, as far as I know, there's never been a randomizer race of Lizard, but I would love to see the first one happen. I would probably participate if I could. Please, fairy. Nope. Ah. Alright, I think I've made it to the Bat Invaders as long as I don't do that. Very... okay. That's what I should have done, just jump straight across. Alright, Bat Invaders. I bet they'll shoot more bullets this time. Oh, I did it. Give me the... That was my extra life. I really needed that. Oh, I accidentally triggered scroll and now this skull's after me. Oh. I think that's the end. That's the end. Alright. Well, I don't think I'm going to proceed to the hard ending tonight, but that was fun. So thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, has that really been an hour and 45 minutes? This is a good game. I highly recommend it. Let me just find the website for it. Micromages. Is there a micromages.com? Server not found. Oh, the Morphcat website hasn't been updated either, so now you can get it on itch.io. Here we go. So here's the game. Micromages. I highly recommend it. It is a good game for the NES. You can get cartridges. You'll have to look up from that website where to order them, but it's fun. It's also 4-player. I really want to get 4 people together and try it out. So thanks for watching, and I don't know, I probably won't stream it again, but curious what the hard ending is. Find out later. So have a good night, everybody, and goodbye.